Hello Sagittarius, how you doing? Welcome to your energy tarot reading here on the Astroflower. Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. The prana energy is transforming. It's bringing in a new sort of vibration into life, and you can see with these eruptions that are happening here. We've had two X flares over the last couple of days. They're not actually really going to be affecting enormously directly the Earth, but they are going to give us a side swipe, which is going to increase again the air energy that is already very prevalent within the Earth system, with the vibrations that are going through us as well. So that's one of the main things that we're going to be looking at. But I do believe that after these two eruptions, there will be a third one. And the way it's setting it up is so beautiful. I will be doing an energy update on that. And we'll be going into a lot more detail about how the different energies of the sun will affect you as a sign, or affect your elements at least. And we'll be going into that some point later on today on this channel here. But in the meantime, before we go into all the elements and the petals on your particular flower, we're going to be just taking a few messages from the Astroflower, pulling a few tarot cards, and then later on, once we've gone through the elements and the energies, we will be pulling a few cards on what that energy is trying to convey or help you within your reading. So without further ado, let's just get on into the energy that is within you. Here we go. This is the general energy that's coming through you at the moment. It's all about it's all about you. It's all about you. It's all happening in life. Seems to be happening inside you at the moment. Really inside you. There's a lot of things that you're sorting out inside you. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a lot of movement outside in the world around you, but there's a lot of rearranging within you at the moment. And I think it's a very empowering energy that's blowing through you on both. And I think this is on both sides, on your financial side. And it could be, may not necessarily to do with a job, could be to do with finances, your own personal finances, and how you're connected with people in your financial world. But it's all about sort of repositioning, and certainly on the relationship side here. Yeah, you get the Four of Cups, streamlining a lot of things. What you're doing is you're streamlining these three cups into this one cup here. And that's what I think it's about here. It does seem as if like you're looking out to the world at the moment, this coming week here, and just kind of going, sizing everything up, which is a really good thing, I think. And I think it's going to put you in a very, very powerful position, Scorpio. Sagittarius, blimey. Scorpio, you might well be with a Scorpio, so there you go. For some of you it might well be that, but no, it's Sagittarius. So yeah, it's going to put you in a very, very good and strong position, Sagittarius, once you get it clear within you how to approach things. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Your karmic path here is a little bit wavery, and I think that's because it's trying to sort some things out. There's obviously things that you need to go through. So if you want to be with a person, and how far are you going to take this relationship? Are you going to move in with this person? That sort of thing. There's a lot of sort of things that need to be sorted out before you can really take the direction. There doesn't seem to be a great deal of sort of socializing as such. Mainly only, I think it's more sort of talking to people that you trust, talking to friends, family, or just people that you can really, as a confidant, as it were, talking about what's going on in your life and getting things really sorted. That's what it seems to be. And from the past is gradually going away. It seems like, it's like porous rock that's breaking. And it could even be a tower moment there. Sort of scenario that's happened in the past that's really set off this recalibration of you within you more than anything else. So, and in your future self, this future self is very peaceful, Really beautiful, completely different to what is going on in those three petals here. And as we said, we're going to be going into the energies of what's been going on with those X-flares. And I do think it's going to be a week of two halves here. I think the first part of the week is going to be a lot of air energy, a lot of calculation, a lot of mental sort of stimulus, sort of working things out and stuff like that. And then I think the fire is going to be coming through. We're going to be going into that in the energy update. You'll be able to see that a bit clearer. And when that fire comes in, that's going to transform that air into emotions, into water, and really give you emotional direction out of it. And out of this, I think you come to a very, very peaceful place from within you. And when it's peaceful from within you, you can be really peaceful outside of you with everything that is going on around you. What's the lessons from this week here? Forewarned is forearmed. Is that right? Sort of scenario here. And I think it's a case of, the lessons is getting things sorted very, very clear within you. It seems to be a very fire sign sort of thing, this at the moment. But getting things absolutely crystal clear for you of what you've got to do, how you've got to go about things within your relationships. Let's just see how it plans out. Yeah, look at that judgment. This is you making that judgment call on that Four of Cups there, streamlining it all into one cup that's really beautiful for you. And with that one cup, it's like an ascension moment for you. You're really sort of you're rising to the challenge, but it's making it absolutely clear. And I think within this week here, it's going to become very clear what karmically you should be doing in regards to any relationships that you have around you. And okay, so yeah, this is the connection to the universe. I think there's a beautiful love on the story here. And this is what's putting a lot of questions on your plate. I think you're rising to the challenge. I think you feel that this is a good direction for you to take. Someone that's come into your life that makes you feel very good about yourself, very good about the idea of a relationship. But it does pose a lot of questions and a demand for you to reposition yourself. Talking to other people, or even talking to your partner or your future partner or the person that you really want to be with, could be a good thing. Or just falling in love with life if you're having difficulties with your partner. But rising to the challenge is really important. This is from your past. This is where we get the Six of Swords, and that's why this is a little bit sort of interesting, really. We'll look into that a little bit later on. But with this sort of this Six of Swords in your past, it's almost as if like you've been through the choppy waters, and you're gradually making it from a difficult situation, and being very clear about yourself takes you on to something that is a much more sort of stable. In your future self, you get the Ten of Wands. I think in this transformation, in this revelation, and this sort of ascension moment for you, I think there's a lot to do. I don't think it's a case of kind of sort of saying you're trying to carry too much here. I think you're going off on a journey. You seem to be packing your mule up and sort of kind of go, right, I'm on the move. I'm on the move. And I think you're moving into that. I think that's what's coming through more than anything else. So I think there is definite movement within your in your very near future. Once it becomes very clear for you to, the direction that you should be taking. And look at that out of the lessons of this week. You get the Justice card. You get it with that. I think this could all tie into that. So it's being absolutely sure about a relationship that is so right for you. It brings in a real ascension moment for you. And this is where you're forearmed, is forewarned, as it were. And And I think it's once that clarity, making choices and decisions about it all is going to make you feel so much more at ease with yourself and what is going on in your life in your regards to your relationship. It's definitely a transition from one stage to another. And there is opportunities. There is beautiful opportunities for you in regards to love. But it's got to come out clear for you before you can actually move on it. It seems like that will come out in the next couple of weeks or become very clear in the next couple of weeks. Let's see what's going on the financial sort of side. There's something that you've started recently, and it could be, starting an idea of a job, or, it could be a case of, say, like, creating sort of jewelry or so forth, just for yourself and just for your friends, and people sort of saying, "Oh, you should sell that," and it's gradually working into that. It's almost as if like it's building into something that could be a real money earner for you on your financial sort of side. On your connection to the universe, this plays into this. There's obviously a streamlining in regards to who you get involved with in regards to your finances. It's also sort of sorting things out as well, in the way of which connections or which other businesses you want to work with. If you're running a business, which businesses you really want to work with, which ones you don't. Could even be with sort of suppliers as well. And going after a job, I think it's basically, rather than just sort of sitting tight within the job, I think you need to be laser focused on progression, career path, and that sort of thing. Okay, and that's what seems to be playing there. And in your past self, plays into your karmic path as well. So it plays into your karmic path. And I think this is about sort of like something that you've already started or you've created, and that's becoming it should becoming more and more important in your life, and in your future self. There's a few decisions that need to be made, a few clarifications, and I think that ties into that. A few clarifications that need to be made within you in regards to what pathway you want to follow in your career or your business or your projects. The pathways that you want to follow, there's decisions that need to be made. And I think if you do make these decisions, you unleash the success within your life. What is the decisions that need to be made? The lessons that need to be made out of this here. What really works for you? What feels true to you seems to be the like the litmus test of what you should be doing in regards to your career. Okay, on your karmic path here, you've got the Seven of Swords, playing smart, avoiding future complications by playing smart. And this could be about streamlining things within your career path, your business or your projects, in regards to connections with people that are around you, and going after your dream and aspirations. I think basically here on this side here, I think you should only be connecting to people who are going to enable you to go after the ultimate goal in your life. If they're there just to sort of like fill space, I wouldn't get too involved in it more than anything else. In your past, this is the gift that keeps on giving, and this is where you've got to be smart about manifesting it within your life. As I said, I think it's something that you've already started, and it makes you feel good. It makes you give you the ability to really engage with the outside world by offering a lot of things and making you feel very happy. And it's also very, very sociable. Very, very sociable. On your future self, you get the Three of Pentacles. Good quality work from your side, which brings in good quality connections around you. And I think this is once you make the decision that what is good and clear for you, once you really dive into that decision and allow it to exist fully within your life, that's when you get the quality connections with people, and that's when you get your success. You invigorate your success, and it's got to come through your happiness, most definitely. Your happiness is the driving force behind you, and certainly within this side here, I think it's these three that really play the most part on you, more than anything else. There is this as well. There is the nine of cups as well that also comes into it. But I think ultimately it comes down to these three cards here. So your happiness in your life will be the driving decision making. The driving decision making for you as you go forward. But also looking for good quality progression within your career path or your business. Okay, let's just have a look at what's been going on in the way of the sun, and seeing how those elements are going to be affecting this reading here, and see if we can see where the changes are coming for the middle of the week in the vibrations, which is going to change slightly the optics within this reading here. So let's just have a quick look at the sun. So here we have the sun from last week here that's going past. We were mainly talking about in the energy updates, the corona holes and the filament energies. I still think they're very, very prevalent. But we have had 2 X flares go off in the past couple of days. The first one you're going to be seeing around this section here. As I said, I don't think it's going to be hitting the Earth. It's going to be creating a lot of static electricity within the Earth, which could create a lot of problems for electrical sort of stuff, satellites maybe, so forth. Problems, not major complications, but problems. But it also sort of like stimulates that mental activity that is within you. But there has been 2 other, there's been another X flare that's been coming off, which we've had recently on the sun. And it's coming closer to actually in the direction of the Earth. Now, this is the second one for the week, which happened earlier on today. Look at that eruption there that came off. It's not quite facing the sun. And because it's vertical, I don't think we're going to get major complications, or really, it's not a direct hit in the way of the Earth. If people are telling you that it's going to hit Earth directly, they're probably going for clickbaiting more than anything else, really. People, that's what you got to be a little bit wary of it, okay? Because sometimes it can create a lot of sort of complications. Okay, so let's just have a look and see what's going on with your flower in particular. Okay, so we've got your flower in front of us here. The first thing you'll notice is this mutable fire that comes over the top of you, but you have this mutable air is at the bottom. And the other thing you will notice, that inside of your flower there is no fire whatsoever, and there is a lot of air. And I think this is where the energies at the moment are going to be playing a lot in your life at the beginning part of the week, in the Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and then going in from Thursday. It's going to stimulate your interaction with the outside world, where it's going to bring in that fire, and therefore you can start implementing all of that. As I said, it's all about the earth, water, or air, water, earth, I've got to say, more sort of in that sort of direction. And we'll be looking at this crossing point here, which you have this earth and water at the top there, but also about this air that comes in here. And as you can well see at your base, there is air in every single petal, with only air and earth on one side, air on water, air on water, air on water. There's a lot of it going on. And this is why I think there's a lot of sort of questioning that you're doing at the moment at your base about your karmic path, about what you really want to do in life. So let's just bring up the petals, the flowers that are already there in place, and let's just see how that's affecting you. So it's these 4 cards here that I think is actually going to be the most important for you more than anything else. But we've got this crossing point, which is just above there. Let me just move these cards out of the way. We've got this crossing point, which is just above there. And it's how you convert your ideas of streamlining things into a real purpose in your life, And it's about sort of making decisions on your relationship side, but also invigorating the joy of living on your financial side. But let's just pull a few cards on this message that is coming in. First things first, I'd like to pull it on these 4 cards here and just see where the air and water energy is really playing into you. So on your relationship side, on this side here, you get the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think it's about work. I think this is all to do with internal work within you as well, positioning yourself. And once you do, that's what's going to come out in the second week, and that's what comes out there with the Lovers card. Absolutely beautiful for you. The energy is trying to bring that into your life at the moment. And as I said, I think it's going to become blatantly obvious to you by the end of the week. And as you can go off into that direction, yeah, there's things to do, but it's certainly going to be very, very stimulating for you. On your financial side, you get the 5 of Cups. This could be that slight bit of disappointment from the past that could be tying into there, feeling a little bit stagnant about your workplace. But what it is saying here is these 3 cups that are spent is giving way to these 2 cups that are behind you. And I think the energy here is where you're playing smart is letting go of being disappointed about the world and more getting into what stimulates you. And that's what's going to give you the success, because success is all very relative to everything in life. And you need to be sort of realizing what success means to you. And look at that. It also brings out the 6 of Wands, which is ultimate success for you. Ultimate success. And I believe within your financial side, the clarity you give yourself in regards to what you wish to live, and this project that you've started that can really bring some beautiful gifts into your life, will bring you ultimately the success that you desire. On your connection from the inside of you and the outside world, well, look at that. We get the 10 of Wands there again on the relationship side. This could be a case here that because you've got that cardinal earth that's coming into you, it could be a lot of pressure on you to actually do things, to get things done and get things sorted within your life. And it may mean, as I said, you're going off on a journey. You've got to, and going off on a journey means like making sure you've got your toothbrush, you've got your tent, you've got your sleeping bag and all of that. So you've got all of the things you need in order to invigorate that. And that, yeah, it may be a little bit sort of like a lot going on at the moment on that respect in the very near future. But once you start getting involved in it and putting one foot in front of the other, that's when you're going to get the results. On your financial side, it's going to be, it's a case here of, if you can see here, there's this one person here, you can see this person here, this one person here, they've extracted that wand from the other 4 wands there. So I think you're extracting yourself from maybe a complicated situation, rising above it all, being the best example of yourself with that Sun card and driving it on through and stepping into a new dimension, which is so much better for you. But there is a bit of internal conflict within you. And with that within that internal conflict, this is the 10 of Swords, and it does say everything is fine. You know, it means that something is dead, done and dusted with, and I think that ties in with the 5 of Cups there that we had at the base of that. And I think the energy at the moment is making it absolutely clear for you what not to do in the future and what to do in the future. It will bode incredibly well for you, Sagittarius. So there you go. I hope you get the best out of these readings. Thanking you very much for being here and all the support you give to this channel. Don't forget about the energy updates that are going to be coming out as well over the weekend, according to what's going on in the vibration. It will give you a better heads up on what's going on, and I'm sure we'll be doing some more in the beginning part of next week, which will give us an idea of that transitional sort of energy going from air to fire. So yes, I will see you there. Thanking you very much. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.